The Devils held their first round of exit interviews today as the team gets ready to head their own way for the summer. One of the areas of conversation was certainly the disappointment of standing here on May 1st talking about the end of the season and not heading into the playoffs. The disappointment rang right through the locker room, but there is certainly some hope as the team gets ready for next season and putting pressure on themselves to be much better.
I think you have to set the expectations higher, and you want to set them as high as possible for every year, but you have to be realistic as well. And we knew in the past year or two that we are where we are, and that's kind of what it is. You still hope for the best, and you still want to overachieve, but we definitely underachieved these past few years. But next year, if we're standing here talking this time of year when other teams are gearing up for the playoffs, then it would be a huge disappointment, and it just wouldn't sit well with anybody, I think, in this organization compared to where we've been in the past few years. But this is it now. There's no more let's look forward to the first round draft pick. Like now it's time to let's look forward to getting ready for playoffs this time of year.
It's frustrating, we want to be better in the standings. We want to be playing important hockey. So I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to win, so I don't want to come out here and throw all these expectations around and stuff, so we got to have a good summer. Everyone's got to keep getting better, and it's important. Guys got to step up and have a big summer, and like I said, get better, get stronger, and then we got to come in next year and be rejuvenated and excited to go.
Just everybody individual, just gotta go home, be a little bit pissed off, and work out and get your excitement back for next year, and work on the stuff you'll hear in the XE meetings, like coaches think you need to work on. And yeah, you gotta be a self-starter this summer just to make sure you do everything possible to be ready for next year.
I think for me it's coming from winning team, and we really need to create a better culture, a winning culture, and there's a lot of things that go into that, but to try to get to that, and it becomes a standard in the room and around the organization and everything, and I think we really need to try to get to that as quickly as we can, and I think there's some steps we took this year, but I think there's definitely more we need to take and to get to that point.
In his debut season with New Jersey, it certainly was a tale of 2 years for Dougie Hamilton, both prior and after his injury. Hamilton saying that after his jaw injury, he noticed that his play wasn't quite up to par.
I don't know if I ever felt the same, as the start of the season, and I can't really pinpoint exactly what it was with my jaw being out, different things, some injuries after, coming back, stuff like that, where I just never felt like the start. So it's hard, I think, at that point there's no real time to figure it out, and just trying to do your best and keep going. And but yeah, I didn't feel the same after coming back, for sure.
Dougie Hamilton also confirmed that he had a broken toe suffered in the game prior to hurting his jaw, also contributing to the rough second part of his season. A couple players confirming today as well that they'll be heading to the World Championships. That's Jonas Siegenthaler, Nico Hischier, Damon Severson, and Thomas Tatar, all heading off this week to represent their countries. For Devils Now, presented by RWJ Barnabas Health, I'm Amanda Stein.